Alright, I have 3 reviews coming out today. I have this, I have Paranormal Activity 4, which will be out after this, and then I have a special one that begins with Wreck-It and ends with Ralph, so stay tuned for those. Alex Cross is a movie that follows Tyler Perry as Detective Alex Cross, and this guy is smart as hell. He can figure out anything that you've done in the past few days just by looking at you or smelling you or just finding something on your article of clothing. One day they come across this murder and it looks like there were a bunch of people that day, but then Tyler Perry's like, no, one guy did this, and it's Matthew Fox who plays the psychopath, as you can see in the trailer. And as time goes on, Matthew Fox starts getting more and more involved in Tyler Perry's personal life, which leads Tyler Perry to get very angry and want to kill him. Now, going into Alex Cross, I knew I wasn't getting a good movie because the trailer was pretty awful, and Tyler Perry in a serious role like this, I didn't feel like I could buy that in the movie, and I was mostly right. This movie is pretty terrible. However, it is really funny. First of all, you have Tyler Perry in the role of Alex Cross, and I didn't think I would like him that much, but I thought that he was fine in this movie. I actually kind of bought him as a detective. There were times where I didn't really care about his character, or when he had to cry or something like that. I didn't particularly buy it. Now, the one person I thought was great in the movie was Matthew Fox. He plays the villain, and he's such a psychopath in this movie. You just have so much fun when he's on screen just because of how disturbing and fucked up he is. I don't know, whenever he was on screen, I kind of just enjoyed the movie a little bit more because of him. Everyone else in the movie is pretty terrible. I mean, Tyler Perry has this friend who is just, oh man, he is really bad, and he talks like he has cancer. He's like, hey, it's alright, pal, I got this. It's my turn now. He was just so annoying and unlikable. Now, the direction by Rob Cohen is so unbelievably awful in this movie. There's no style to it, there's no inventiveness, there's no real cool direction, and my god, the final fight scene in this movie is so awful. It's just, there's so much shaky cam in it, it's just, you have no idea what's going on, and then eventually somebody wins the fight, I'm sure you know who, and it's just, it's so terrible to watch because you have no idea what's going on. I like to know what's happening during the climaxes of movies usually, so that kind of downgraded the movie a lot for me. Now, as I said before, this movie is pretty funny. It's hilarious to watch at times. There are these points of such terribly forced drama. I was just laughing my ass off throughout them. Some of the action, as I said, is awfully directed, and it's so funny to watch. Like, Matthew Fox, he has a good performance in the movie, but his character has so much access to all these weapons. He has like every weapon in the world, which I thought was just so stupid. I mean, if you really want to laugh at a bad movie, this is the one to go see. I mean, it's so bad. The writing in the movie complements the direction. It's terrible as well because Matthew Fox, if he had good writing, he could have actually been one of the best villains of the year, but he had no writing to support him, so unfortunately he's just good. And like I said, the drama fails so badly in this movie, and then there are points where it's just so dull and boring, it's just, you want it to move on so you can get to funnier parts again. Alex Cross is a pretty bad movie. I'm gonna give it a small popcorn just because Matthew Fox was really good and I laughed my ass off during it. Again, if you want to see a funny movie, you could go see this. So what'd you guys think of Alex Cross? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Did you like Matthew Fox as the villain? Because my friend and I, when we saw this movie, he hated Matthew Fox and I liked him, so I just want to know how people are feeling about him. Ready to be for comments down there and tell me what you think, and if you like this video, hit that subscribe button up there, because if you don't, well, Paranormal Activity 4 is next, so